A very good morning, Mark. Here it is Wednesday in November the 5th, going on 8 a.m. Eastern. US session about to get underway and going into the afternoon portion of the European session. Let's have a look how the markets stand. US dollar index, our starting point, third attempt at this resistance area. We saw it in May, we saw it in July. Now we're seeing it again at the beginning of November. I've got resistance at 100.09. I've got support at 99.89. And you can see how very strong the US dollar index has performed. Strong uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Yesterday above that 100 level, which is significant. Hanging around there today. Not much to talk of yet in terms of maintaining above that 100, which it is right now, 100.02, or whether sellers do step in and look down at this support level at the 99.89, but certainly strong US dollar again to start the new trading day, the US session. Let's have a look at the S&P 500. And the candlestick formation tells us everything. We can see we had, prior to today, 4 days of sell-off, big sell-off yesterday in the S&P and across all the major US stock markets. Continued in the futures market. Wall Street only opens up in an hour and a half. Futures market, we saw the continuation from the sell-off from yesterday continue. Support at 67.49. But it has come all the way back to yesterday's close, resistance 6,800. We'll see whether buyers, whether there's demand for equities and we get a break above this resistance level, or if a continuation of what we've seen the last 4 days and sellers enter the market once the US session gets going and once Wall Street opens up. But those are the levels for now. Let's have a look at gold. Gold fought back somewhat today, but still sitting in a tight range, unable to break above that 4,000, that pivotal 4,000 level. We saw that yesterday. Support 3,928, and sellers have not been able to break below that support area. A bounce up today and resistance at 3,990 and come off a little bit since then. So buyers are struggling. Downtrend certainly in place. You can see that with the EMA still pointed downwards. Buyers defending this support area. We'll see if they can get back to that 4,000 or higher, or whether sellers maintain the downtrend and we see a retest of this 3,928 support level. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Brent oil pretty flat and hanging around this sideways range. And price action has been contained within this range for over a week now. Got resistance today at 64.96. Buyers tested higher, unable to get above that 65 level. And I've got support at 63.87 and sellers unable to maintain below the 64 level. And you can see all the closes over the past week have been within, pretty much within this range. Buyers and sellers alternating on a daily basis, trading punches, but neither side able to either establish an uptrend above this area or a downtrend below the support. Support 63.87, resistance 64.96. We'll see once the US session gets started whether sellers continue what we've seen the last 2 days, notwithstanding the uptrend, and are able to again test the support area. Bias and sentiment do appear to be tilted to the downside. Bitcoin, very, very strong sell-off yesterday. And I'm going to show you some significant levels we saw on Bitcoin. I've got my fib retracement tool from the yearly low at just over 74,500 up to the record high at 126.2 thousand. And this is the reversal from that high. How strong is this reversal? How long will it continue? Well, it broke through the first fib retracement level, the 38.2% at 106,500, broke through that yesterday, and then tested the next, the 50% retracement level at 100,000, broke below it, but unable to maintain. Buyers have stepped in. And you can see now I've got support at 98,000, 98.7 thousand. Today I've got resistance at 102.6 thousand. So already it has moved almost $4,000 from the low from yesterday. And significant for me that it's holding above that 50% retracement, above the 100,000 level. Buyers will look higher. Look up at the 106,000 area, I believe is the target for buyers at this point. Sellers, of course, will be looking down below that 100,000 and looking at yesterday's support at 98.7 thousand. But clearly, if I zoom out a little bit, downtrend is clearly in place. We can see that sentiment, bias, trend all down. This little bounce on the daily has not yet had the effect on the trend. But if I do go to these shorter time frames, there you can see about to cross over, wants to cross over on the 4-hour. That would be the first positive sign that maybe this reversal has some legs. Good trading, keep that discipline, and I will see you at the end of the day.